Okay, so the last video showed you the null and alternate for the contingency tables. Now we're going to get into more of the tests. So again, Chapter 9, chi-square distribution, hypothesis testing with tables, chi-square distribution, and we're looking at the contingency tables. Main thing is we're looking at there is a relationship. So we're seeing, are the variables independent, or is there an association or relationship between the two variables? So what we did in the last video was come with our null and alternate. The null was there is no association with the method of SAT prep and the difference in test scores. The alternative is there is an association with the method of SAT prep and the test scores. Okay, so that should be step one. Everyone has that down now. Now we need our alpha level and our p-value. Alpha level, it is 95% confident. So that means our alpha level is the complement of that. So we have alpha level of 0.05, and now we have our p-value. So the p-value, this might be a brand new function for you of typing in matrices. We need to get this table into our calculator. Now, one thing you need to look at is how many columns and how many rows you have. This is a 3 by 3 table. 3 columns, 3 rows. So make sure you have this in front of you. And I'm going to go to the calculator to take a look at how you plug that in. So over on your left hand side, some of you might have a matrix button, some of you might have to hit second matrix. So I actually have to hit second matrix, and you should have a screen that pops up like this. Some of you might have a lot of matrices typed in. I currently have 2 matrices typed in. That doesn't matter. We're only going to be using matrix A. So I'm going to go over to edit. Matrix A is highlighted, so I'm going to hit enter, and this screen should show up. Now what you need to do first is type in the size of your matrix. Now I said this is a 3, enter, by 3. So if you plug in the numbers hitting enter, it changes your matrix to the correct size. Now what I'm going to need to do here is plug in each value. Make sure you're paying attention to which entry, which cell is highlighted, because the numbers have to be typed in the correct order. I'm going to scroll down just a little bit so I can see here. So I'm going to plug in 60, 30, 12, 38, 28, 15, 17, 52, and 17. So I'm just typing in each one, hitting enter after each time, and now I have the same matrix plugged in here. Okay, so double check, make sure they're in the correct spots. The order does matter. Okay, so I'm good. Everything's typed in correctly. Second, quit. And now I'm going to go to stat, tests. Now this is the same menu where you had your t-test, one prop z-test, the intervals. And I'm going to go down, and you're looking for what's called the chi-square test. And this is why I showed you the x squared symbol. X squared test. This is the chi-square test. So I'm going to hit enter. Yeah, I had to go down to C. Some of you guys might be a different spot, but it's still going to be the x squared test. So I'm down to that test. I hit enter. And really everything should be set up for you. It should say matrix A and matrix B. If it's not saying matrix A, matrix B, what you need to do is go to that observation and go back to your matrix and select matrix A from that menu there. But I don't know why anyone's would be different. Unless you did something different, you might want to contact me. I'll show you how to change that then. But if you have matrix A and matrix B in there, go down to calculate, hit enter, and P is the value we care about. It gives us a test statistic, gives us the degrees of freedom, which we're not going to worry about. And again, make sure you look at the whole number. 2.521466832 e to the negative 6. That e to the negative 6 is scientific notation. This shows that it's an extremely small value, and we can round it to 0. So that P is the important value that we're getting. That is our P value. And if I go back to our PowerPoint, our alpha level is 0.05, our p-value is 0. The rule is the same. If p-value is less than or equal to alpha level, you reject. If p-value is greater than the alpha level, we fail to reject. So p-value is 0, less than 0.05. Since the p-value is less than our alpha level, we would reject the null. This means that there is an association between how you prep and your score the second time you take the SAT. So we're saying since the p-value is less, we're failing to reject. Failing to reject means we side with the alternative. And this should be easier to write out your statement. It's giving, if you just rewrite the alternative statement there, that can be your conclusion. There is an association with the method of SAT prep and the test score, and that would be your answer. Okay, so maybe you need to rewatch the calculator function, how to do that, or you could go to the next example. I show you how to do the calculator function one more time, just so you have it down, so you see it one more time and you can find the p-value.